guys, welcome to our vlog. So for today's video, we'll be talking you guys an update what's really happening in our lives since Carl is here. So bring it on.
Okay, so I came back October 25th to Cebu. I spent one day at the hotel after the test result, waiting for the test results, and then I got released. Then we went to Carmen, Cebu. We stayed there about 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. But I stayed there first.
Yeah, she had been there almost a month once we left, and so we decided to come back here to the province in Mindanao and Zamboanga del Sur. And that's where we've been. We actually had to do a quarantine coming here, so they wanted to do a 14 days quarantine at the City Health Center.
Yep.
Or the Barangay Health Center, basically. And then so the mayor, we talked to the mayor, and he said that we could do 10 days, but I had to give proof that I had like some health issues or some like with my brain injury and stuff like that, and with the PTSD. And so, you know, I showed the municipal doctor, I showed him some paperwork, and then he let us go after 10 days, and then we're just finishing the last 4 days here in our little house right across the street actually from the health center. So it's also been a really big help with her family, Eva's family, because they live right across the street from the City Health Center, so they're able to bring us food and anything we need. We had everything we needed there, our bed, our bamboo sofa that we're sitting on here. They brought everything across the street, so we're really comfortable. We had like 3 electric fans. It was really hot and dusty, and it was really miserable. But yeah, we made it work. We just kind of struggled through it, but yeah, it's fine. We spent a lot of time outside just because it's kind of miserable sitting inside and really, really hot. So yeah, we made it through there. And now that we're finishing off the 4 days here.
It's our last day.
It's our last day. Today's Friday. But yeah, we've just been doing some general cleaning. Just getting things set up here the way we like it, just so it's kind of more comfortable, just kind of coming up with more ideas of what can make things better here for the long haul, basically.
You should tell them what's the process when we came here to the province.
Oh yeah, okay, so when we took the barco, the ferry overnight from Cebu to Ozamis port. When we arrived, they had a bus waiting for us. So they were there to like collect all the people that were going to basically like Pagadian. And then they put us all on one bus. It was a chaos. It was so unorganized. You know, and it's stressful because you got all these porters that are trying to earn money, and then they're just trying to hassle you, give you a hard time because they want your money. But there's also certain protocols you have to follow. And then the bus driver and the conductor, they don't care what's going on at all. They're just there to try to, you know, earn more money, and they don't care about their passengers whatsoever. So we took it was about 2.5 hours. We drove down from Ozamis to Pagadian in Dao. Yeah, and they have a big like sports complex there, and we were at the very back of the sports complex, and they had like a stage. So that's where they take in everyone. They do the processing for that day. They do the rapid test, which is the blood. They take your blood sample from your arm. And what we heard the other day was that it's only like 15 minutes as you can get the result. But for them, it took them like 3 hours for the result. And then after that, it took another 3 hours for us to be picked up by our barangay. And yeah, we waited there all day. It was hot, just chaos. People don't literally listen to the authority there, the medical authority, so they do whatever they want. And so with the test that they do there, it's a rapid test, so they make it really clear that this is not an indication it's either reactive or non-reactive. So they make it really clear that people aren't positive for coronavirus even if you're reactive. It's just maybe you have a viral infection or some type of viral stuff going on in your body. That's what it causes it to be positive. So typically some kids will test positive if they're sick or not positive but reactive. And some of the elderly will be reactive as well. We had some people that were reactive, and then they were giving the medical people a really hard time, and there was one lady that snuck out because her husband or something like that was thinking that it was just playing dumb, and hassling the medical people in charge there. And then whenever they weren't looking, it started getting dark. They just kind of circled around in their SUV, and then she just hopped in the SUV and took off, because some of the municipalities in this province, they're allowing home quarantine. So some people don't really think this virus is, they take it as a joke. I guess they're tired of it, especially here in the province. People aren't really, they're not seeing the daily effects of it, like they do in the city. So I think that's different. People just don't take it serious here. People don't typically wear a mask unless it's, they're going into a more public area that's crowded, or where there may be some authority that's going to give you some bullshit about it. But that's about it. Yeah.
And it's also like, before we came here to my province, we processed some papers. Like, for example, we asked for a letter of acceptance here in the municipality so that we can come here in my province. And also I processed also some papers in Carmen, since we live in Carmen. So I processed same to what I did during I processed the papers from my province, like going to Cebu. So what I did is I processed the barangay certification. I went to the Carmen, and also we went together to a municipality Carmen to get a medical certificate. We paid for like 80 pesos for each person, and then we came back to another day to get a COVID shield. And then when everything is done, we went to Cebu City to book a barco. So that's everything, like kind of process, because it's still COVID. You can't really like come here and then just sitting here. And like we still need to go through a quarantine. And it's also hard because we've been asking for like a home quarantine, but the municipality, they have a strict protocol. So
but also because our mayor in this town of Ramon Magsaysay, the mayor is also a doctor, a medical professional. So I think he's just being a little extra precautious, and it just kind of makes it more difficult. But going back to when I came back to Cebu, the smoothest part was actually in the airport and going to the getting picked up by. I stayed at a cheaper place called Eloisa and Basak, Lapu-Lapu. But honestly, I got my test done by like 10:30 that morning when I flew in from Taipei. And within 7 hours, I had the email result saying that, okay, you're not COVID-19, not detected. And then, so of course I had to stay overnight because the personnel at the hotel were not on duty to release me. So I had to wait till 7 a.m. the next morning. And then Eva had came with the car to pick me up. And but everything else usually has been kind of a hassle because you have to go from place to place and gather the documents. They don't make it easy because I think a lot of the people that are working there, are people that are in charge of these protocols are not really traveling themselves, so they're not really seeing how difficult they're making it on people that need to go to different places. But yeah, we made it work and we got there. But yeah, just recently they shut down Cebu City, the borders of Cebu City, so we got out just in time. So yeah, we're gonna plan on staying here in the province at least until January, and then we're gonna try to go back to Cebu so I can see Ezra.
Yep.
I saw Ezra the 2 weeks that I was there in Carmen. He came to stay with us for like 4 days, and we had so much fun. He was so happy to see me, and I just cried when I saw him the first time. I couldn't stop crying because I was so happy to see him. And we just played. We took him to a beach resort in the next town over, and it was really nice. He had a blast. He had so much fun. And there's a pool and then the beach. So, it's just really hard to travel kids around in Cebu, period. So we had got the documents, or his mother had got the documents for him to like move around. So that's one thing that we had that was a plus, just in case. But we did still travel like a private car, just to make it easier to go to place. And then But we did have his documents too from Danao City saying that he was allowed to travel because, you know, you just have to pay the fee for the document and then they give you the authority to travel. But yeah, other than that, we've just kind of been hanging out, just not really up to much. We always talk about the YouTube channel, like, hey, you know, we've gone like over a month without really posting anything, and it's just because there's so much stuff been going on, but also a lot of nothing has been going on. We have a dog. We got a new dog. He was a quarantine dog. He just came and found us, and so he's just been living with us. We named him Buddy, but his real name is Cardo. The owner will come sometimes to look for him, but he'll go back home for an hour across the street, and then he's back here because we feed him, and he sleeps near the house. So yeah, it's been exciting, but also kind of uneventful as well. But anything else to add?
You just tell them like if you go through the quarantine when you came to Cebu. Because in my situation, when I came to Cebu, I didn't go through a 14 days quarantine, but I just did an isolation for myself, you know.
Okay.
When I go out, I wear masks, you know, everything so that I am protected and also other people will protected.
Okay, so yeah, with the thing that they do in Cebu, there has been a lot of changes since they're allowing the foreigners coming back that are like foreign parents or foreign spouses of Filipinos. And initially, I had said before, you know, it was like on the honor system, you know, like you just have to do it 2 weeks quarantine at home, especially for Cebu. But what they do whenever you get the test results, they print everything out and it says you've already completed the quarantine process. So there's no mandatory 14 days quarantine coming into Cebu actually. They might tell you to do it, but actually they give you a document, part of the COVID Shield document, saying that Carl Vickers has completed the mandatory quarantine period or process, something like that. And so it's been all clear. And so once I got to Cebu, we were able to go out and do stuff just locally, you know, gather whatever we needed. Yeah. And so coming back here, it's strict, you know, because you're in the middle of nowhere, but it's just weird that they want to be all strict like it's a city or metropolitan area or something. So yeah, but we're almost there. Today, the end of today will be the last day, so hopefully by the morning the nurse will bring our quarantine certificate saying that we completed it, so we'll have our freedom back. But yeah, it's been a little bit of hell, you know. When we were across the street at the City Health Center, there's no signal whatsoever. This area doesn't really have running water, so they only get water here like every other day, and you have to go fetch it from certain water points. We do have a well in the back of the property, but it's really far, and so we're trying to work out some system for gathering water. Just a hassle sometimes, especially it's raining almost every day, and it's been a hassle as well. So, but yeah, other than that, everything's fine. I'm happy, you know, I'm getting less time on my devices, so I'm actually I'm sleeping really good. I think not spending so much time on my phone. I've been really happy. I've been a little irritable because all the chickens, her uncle makes chickens next door.
Yeah, it's just
so, and they're just, he's got an addiction to chickens, and there was one in front of the house, but he finally moved it, and it was the loudest chicken, and it would wake us up at like 3 a.m. and just stressing me out. So everything's fine now. He moved the chicken, and the other ones are not really loud. But other than that, everything's fine. It's getting better. It's been quite hot every day, really humid because of all the rain. But we're doing everything we can to stay busy and not stay bored. So, but other than that, I mean, I've also cut back on my drinking because I'm no longer bored being stuck in Mississippi with just waiting to come here. I used to drink almost, you know, every other day or almost every day, drinking beer just because I'm bored. But I think I might drink almost like once a week now, something like that. So yeah, doing pretty good. Yeah.
So today is what day today? Today is
Friday.
November.
I have no clue. November 21.
Yeah, I guess November 21.
Yeah.
So today's November 21. We're not sure. So yeah, tomorrow will be our last day but we can't go out yet, so we have to wait for another day before we can go out or adventure or going to another places, because we have so many like spring resorts here that the water is very cold and he wants to try it since
Yeah,
it's
I
really
would like to go
hot.
swimming, do something
Yeah.
in nature. It's just fun. That's what I like to do. So, but yeah, guys, other than that, it's really nothing happening. But we're gonna plan on trying to keep updating right now. We're gonna send, update with this video, and then maybe a couple a week if possible.
Mm-hmm.
It also depends on the signal, because we have to really upload these overnight just to let
Yeah,
it
we'll
go,
see.
and you don't know if it's really gonna go
Yeah, that's true.
or not, because the signal is not very strong. I'm using Smart, she's using Globe,
Yeah.
and we also have 2 little Globe prepaid Wi-Fi's.
It's not
And
really
one
working.
doesn't work well, the other one, I don't know. I just don't know if it really works that good or not. I can't even hardly use YouTube at night. I like to watch videos before I sleep, but
Yeah.
so we usually have to just set the video like she used to do before when she was here, before she went to Cebu and I was here. So we'll see. But yeah, we're just doing a simple video like this so that there's no editing. It's not complicated. We're not, enlarging the file too much. But okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.
Yeah, and of course, we're sorry for not giving you an update. We've been silent for like a month since we uploaded our last video, the Love Garden Residences. So yeah, we're sorry for that, but of course, since we're already here and everything is settled, we're hoping that we can upload more videos so that you'll be also updated of what's happening in our lives here and our situation here in the province. He loved my province so much, so I'm happy. So yeah, hopefully we can give you more updates on that. So guys, thank you for watching. We love you so much, and God bless.
Bye.
Woo!